In a country with many diverse cultures, ethnicities, and economic opportunities, Americans have one thing in common. Everyone loves the holiday season. While Saratoga, California is one of the top 10 most expensive places to live in the United States, this community represents all people who are able to afford the holiday expenses.
Some of the traditions we have are we open presents together on Christmas morning and we just spend time with family.
And everybody comes over and we cook food and we spend the day together.
My family visits from India during the holidays, and it's really special because we don't get to spend a lot of time together.
We had a huge dinner this year. Normally it's my mom and dad that cooks, but this year it was more of my dad.
I love decorating my house with my family and listening to Christmas music and cuddling up to fireplaces with blankets and being warm.
With over $2.7 billion spent on Christmas gifts and 46 million turkeys purchased for Thanksgiving in America every year, it is obvious that much of the holiday spirit is reliant upon material items. But what if the material aspect of the holidays had become out of reach?
If I couldn't celebrate like how I normally do, I would feel pretty sad because the holidays are a really fun time and it would be a lot different if we couldn't celebrate them.
I think it would be a lot more difficult. So it'd be a huge change for me, and I don't know if I'd really like Christmas that much then.
In the United States, over 14% of the population is below the poverty line and are forced to adapt to different holiday traditions that are more affordable and less dependent on superficial elements. For those who are not as financially stable, homeless shelters offer basic necessities. The San Jose Family Shelter, only 18 miles away from the wealth of Saratoga, takes in families struggling to sustain themselves and gives them the opportunity to recover under safe conditions.
So people that have, maybe they're second generation homeless, their parents were homeless and they're homeless, so it's a tough crowd to help. During the holidays, you saw downstairs with all the turkeys and the pies, that it starts about Thanksgiving and it ends just after Christmas. Kevin from St. John Vianney, which is a local Catholic school on the east side here of San Jose, is coming to bring some Christmas food. Most of our food is donated, so we are going to get probably 120 turkeys. We're going to hand out turkeys to our families in transitional housing that used to live here but have moved on, but we want to make sure that their first Thanksgiving's a really nice one in their new apartment. We have a group that goes on Sunday afternoons before they shut down. They'll pick up all the produce, organic, beautiful produce, that they were going to throw away, and they bring it here.
While in Saratoga homelessness is a known fact among families and students, the difficulties seem very distant and almost impossible to relate to. With such busy schedules, especially during the holiday season, it is very hard for people in the community to find an incentive to help those whose hardships seem almost foreign.
My schedule in these past few months have been extremely hectic. Not only balancing sports and school, but also college apps especially have been some of the biggest burdens of high school.
For the teenagers, it's pretty tough. And they are aware of where they are. Their family's been through a lot of trauma and a lot of insecurities. So I think it affects them the most. So it is really hard for them.
When I think of homelessness, I think of people not being able to support themselves and kind of relying on others and kind of begging or being dependent on people of greater wealth.
While the stereotypes are automatic and seem unrelatable, the reality is most people in poverty are just ordinary people trying to maintain economic stability. The San Jose Family Shelter does an incredible job of spreading holiday spirit, but with such tight living quarters and a lack of sense of comfort and privacy among the residents of the shelter, it is hard for families to take pride in their homes during the holidays.
Without having the opportunity to be able to get gifts for my friends and to go to all these places and holiday events with my friends, throwing parties, I think a lot of what I know as Thanksgiving and Christmas wouldn't be the same.
A lot of volunteers. We're going to transform this place into a Christmas shop. Close it all off, and then we decorate it, and the families come down one at a time, and they shop for their kids.
Despite the distance people may feel towards this problem, it is the reality for much of the population. Even the smallest contribution can make a family's holidays and lives in general that much more joyful.
I know right now we're short on pajamas. I just learned, so we're looking for pajamas. So if anybody wants to donate pajamas, we need, for anybody, adults and kids. We need help. Anybody wants to come and help me decorate or stock items or donate toys, that'd be great. Because it's Christmas. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just nicer to come down and have Christmas music and trees and lights. And they can go to Macy's. I mean, they don't get to go to Macy's and shop.
Next year, be sure to give back to your community. After all, that's what the holiday season is about, spreading joy and giving hope to those in need.